I know you said it's early. Is it a little difficult? A lot of moving pieces for you early on, just trying to learn that offense?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to learn. So, look, it's one of those things that I think, I haven't learned a new offense for 7 years, and, I think it's nice to be challenged, and I'm trying to learn as much as I can, and learning different positions and what that looks like. And, it's one thing to know what it is on paper, but then, to go do it, against the defense and stuff is another thing. So that really has been a lot of fun.
What do you think about Clint and the way he's approached y'all and your interaction with him so far?
It's been super positive. Man, I feel like Clint came in and had like a really clear, distinct vision of what we were going to be offensively and how good we can be. And I feel like he came in and has coached with a ton of detail, which has been really, nice. And I love the way that he's approached it. I feel like I'm a detail-oriented guy. I like to know what to do versus different looks, and that's very much how he coaches.
Is the terminology a lot different? Is it much easier?
Yeah, it's all different. Yeah. It'd be hard to think of something specific that would be the same from our last offense to this offense. So, look, at the end of the day, there's only so many concepts that you can run offensively. So, conceptually, we've ran a lot of this stuff and blocked it a lot of the same ways, but the verbiage is all new.
Taysom, you said exciting, but, I mean, the vision for you was kind of created by this old offensive staff and built on. Is there any, trepidation or curiosity? Do they have a vision for me at all here? Or, what were those early conversations?
Yeah, of course, certainly you want to be at a place that you want to be wanted, right? And someone that has a vision for you. And Clint and I had sat down and had a great conversation in the offseason, and he kind of outlined and mapped out how he envisioned me being used. And I would say we had a great, frank conversation, and it was super positive. So, and everything that I've seen to this point has been reflective of that conversation. So,
what was your perception of this offense from afar when you're kind of watching it?
I mean, I've had a lot of respect for this offense. We've obviously played against it throughout the years, and I think what they have done in the run game that's led to what they've done in the play action game is something that I would say that sticks out in my mind, that other teams have done. And then as they've gotten here, it's been a big emphasis. We got to establish a run outside zone and then throw a lot of play action off of it. And then as you look at other teams, that's really what they've done.
Taysom, I don't know how much cut-ups you've watched, as they're introducing this offense to you, but, if they're talking concepts with you, have you seen some use checks, some Debo, what is the variety of different positions of players that they've talked to you about things they've done?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I have a great answer. I mean, of course, I've watched a lot of different concepts and stuff, but yeah, I think probably all the above, and I think it's one of those things that what we're doing now will probably evolve and look different, in September and October. And I just think that this thing will continue to evolve. And but overall, I don't know, but I think at the end of the day, Clint has made an emphasis of trying to find ways to get me the ball and get me involved.
Is there another player in the league who plays a similar role to you? Like when you've studied ththings that other teams are doing, is there anyone that you would say, yeah, they're used like me a lot, so that helps to look at?
I don't know that there's not a guy. I think the unique thing about what I've done is that I've played quarterback, in this league and won games, at the quarterback position. So as you start to think about me running the ball or me taking a direct snap, there's always a threat of me playing the quarterback position, and I think that's been what's been unique about what I've done and what's opened different opportunities for us offensively.
You talked about being a threat. I mean, how much more of a threat will you be in this new season?
Yeah, I think the more that I do, the harder it is to defend, And so like I said, Clint has been moving me around, and, I had a conversation with Coach Hodges earlier today, and he was like, hey, what, trying to figure out a personnel grouping and what that does for me. And they were trying to figure out what defensively, how are they going to match up, and, what are they going to do against that personnel. So I think the more that we can do, the better and harder it is to defend.
How many times have you taken the ball as a running back in your life?
I don't know, not very many. I can think of a couple carries that I got at the running back position through the years, but I don't know, 10. It's not very many. So that has been new. Just figuring out different tracks and stuff, and that has been new.
What's better, and I know what's more advantageous as the quarterback is you have the 11 on 11 advantage, but what is better about taking the ball as a running back?
Well, I think that at the end of the day, it all ends up being the same. You can call the same plays, right? Whether it's a direct snap to me or whether you're handing it off, you just gain an advantage, number-wise that way. So, I don't know. I'm adjusting, so at the end of the day, I think my vision as a runner getting a handoff ends up being the same, but certainly comfort-wise, getting a direct snap and seeing, how it's blocked and the defense and what they do and reading blocks that way is probably a little more natural for me. All good?